Hey guys, it's Casey with the Faster Way to Fat Loss, and just coming to talk to you guys a little bit about hormones and some things we have going on coming up in the Faster Way. So we have, first off, our summer slim down starts on Monday, June 17th. It is a 5-day summer slim down. You're going to get the meal guides for fat blasting. You're going to get amazing 30-minute in and out workouts. You're going to get the community of the Faster Way. You're also going to get tips and tricks from our daily experts trainings. So lots of great information coming at you there. And if you missed that, my next round of Faster Way, my next 6-week round, starts on June 24th, just in time to get you feeling lean and great for summer. And so with that comes hormones. All of us have hormones. We have to deal with them from the time we're an infant until we die. So there is nothing we can do about hormones, so you think, but there's actually a lot you can do with hormones, and a lot of it comes from what we eat and how we work out. You want to address the underlying hormone causes, and if you're stuck in that rut of things that used to work and they don't work anymore, I've got some tips for you today, and just giving you a little overview of hormones and what they do and how we can utilize them effectively to help our metabolism and to shred the fat. So starting off, you can balance those hormones at any age. You can shed the fat, feel stronger, get leaner, and there's a common misconception that you're destined for imbalanced hormones and thyroid issues and all of that. But that doesn't have to be your story. Right now, you may feel like hormones are to blame for everything in your life. The mood swings and the gaining the weight, no matter what you do, no matter how you diet, everything is just relentless coming at you. And hormones play an integral role in our energy, our mood, our metabolism, and especially as the years go on. So the secret to learning on how to work with your hormones is ditching the habits and the tactics that are compromising your hormone health. If you're trying to shed the fat, then in the past, things that used to work, running all the time, doing tons of cardio, high intensity, just don't work anymore. And to balance the hormones, especially for midlife women, a lot comes from what we eat and what we're putting in our bodies. So the results you get is all natural energy, a strong, fit frame, killer confidence, and a body that is burning fat all the time. And so, a lot of people don't maybe know exactly what hormones are, and you have them, but what are they? They're really just the chemical messengers that control your metabolism and the way your cells and organs can function. There's a multitude of hormones, and they do multiple different things. The one we hear about usually the most is cortisol, especially when it comes to gaining weight and fat. That is a necessary hormone in our body. It helps us with our fight or flight, it helps us with our sleep, and it helps us with our energy during the day. So we don't want to get rid of cortisol. You need it. It's going to be there whether you want it to be or not. And then, of course, estrogen, progesterone, and those things you might hear from your doctor quite often. So progesterone is the chemical compound that helps with, for us women, ovulation, all that kind of stuff. It pairs equally with estrogen. And so when you have a lot of energy and you're feeling great, it can be high, it can be low, where you're tired and sleepy and just no energy at all. So trying to get those in line to where they even out and there's not such a big upswing or downswing, leaving you feeling exhausted. So progesterone is get this right, stabilizing the HPA axis and acts as a calming neurotransmitter in our body, in our brain. So it helps decrease the mood swings and even out sleeping and helps with your stress resilience. So stress is everywhere around us. We can't get rid of it, from the stress of the food we eat, the workouts we put our bodies through, and the daily stresses of of just day-to-day living, your job, your kids, whatever's going on at home. At the same time, estrogen spikes and dips throughout the cycle, and that can, at the same time, help the body not, I can't talk today. Try again. At the same time, estrogen spikes and dips throughout the cycle. Body produces more FSH, not fish, but just FSH, which triggers more estrogen to help with ovulation. Of course, as we get older, we don't need that anymore, and can help the body further mood and immune dysfunction and help or affect drastically your cholesterol levels. So what does all that mean? So in the Faster Way, we pair a lot of things scientifically back and pair them with strategies that help us get through all that. Helps us lose weight, feel better, sleep better, all the things. So first up is the carb cycling. So we have days that we have lower carbs, no less than 50 grams for women and 100 grams for men. I don't want to be seeing you getting 0 carbs in. We need carbs for energy, and it helps with our hormone health. Also helps igniting the deep fat burning when we go into a little bit of a carb depletion on our low carb days. We strength train, not on low carb days, but on our regular macro days. We build the muscle. The more muscle you build, the more fat you're going to burn. And it helps maintain muscle mass. As we get older, we not only lose 1% of our muscle mass, but we lose 2 to 4% of our strength, which drastically affects our bone health. And then we get broken hips, broken femurs, and that can lead to a downhill slide where we know where the end game is going to go on that one. So what we like to do in the Faster Way, like I said, is pairing those workouts with the food. It's delicious food. It's great food. I love all the foods we pretty much make. And you get the meal plans. You get the grocery list. You know exactly what you're eating and exactly what you're doing. You don't have to think about the workout. You don't have to think about the food. It's all programmed out for you. And if you have a special consideration to where you need things adjusted and you need to eat a little bit more or a little bit less, you have a coach like me at your beck and call to help you with all of that. I am here to support you. I am here to help you and really help you level out those hormones and feel great. We ditch the scale. It's not about the scale. We love our non-scale victories. Whether it's your clothes are fitting better, you have more energy, all of those things. So a little hormone hack for you right now to get in the Zen zone to help lower those cortisol levels is take deep breaths, practice gratitude, prioritize your self-care rituals, whether it's painting your nails or braiding your hair, whatever it may be, anything that helps you with self-care and just helps you to kind of de-stress and relax. And if you feel yourself getting burnt out, pause, take a breath, regroup, prioritize what your stress relief is and making sure that that is at the top of your game every day. And you'd be surprised how much relaxation state can help with your hormones and getting them back on track. It's not just all the things that we eat and do, the exercise and the workouts, but it is making sure that our mental state is there too, because that will drastically affect those cortisol levels. And before we know it, our cortisol levels are all evened out and we're sleeping better and feeling great. Building a hormone-friendly plate is important. So back to that nutrition. The carbs like fruits and vegetables, which are amazing. They're all packed with those vitamins and nutrients, what we call the micronutrients, minerals, fibers, antioxidants, which helps us get rid of the things that inflame our body and contribute to optimal hormone health. Protein. A lot of women don't get in enough protein. I see this constantly with new clients. I always have to tell them to eat more protein. It helps increase the muscle and bone strength. It also helps combat the naturally occurring decline in estrogen. So protein is super important, whether you're vegetarian and it's the tofu or you are eating the ground beef. And don't think that fat is going to make you fat. Healthy fats are really great for you, really help cleanse the system, and are the building blocks of hormone health. And so all that to say, hormones are super important. It is one of the forefronts of the things we do in the Faster Way is putting our hormones out there and on check to make sure we're doing all the right things so we're feeling optimized in all of our daily living. That's all I have. Is that really short? I feel like I blew through that.
No, that's good. I mean,
I
yeah,
feel like I blew through that really fast. I talk fast too. I need to slow down.
that's okay. I mean, that was 10 minutes, so
Okay.
take your time, do it again.
Um,
Drive home, or if you want to drive home different points that you might have.
I know. I feel like it's like a repeat, like nutrition, exercise, like it's on repeat. There was one other. What do I want to look at? Oh yeah, the summer slim down thing. Um, okay, so um, with all of our programs, our 5-day summer slim down, our 6-week new client rounds, and even into VIP, you will feel it will increase your energy and it'll take your confidence to new heights. Usually, about day 10 in my 6-week new client round is when everything takes a turning point for my clients. They are feeling better, they're having more energy, they are just loving all the things they're getting from the faster way. And so the 5-day slim down is just a precursor to that. And you can go straight from the 5-day slim down into the 6-week round, or you can just join me for my next 6-week round. I start once all throughout the year, a couple times a month. I'm hosting a new one. And, it's summer. We're trying to lean out. We're trying to feel better. We have all the places we want to be and the things we want to do. And don't think that, 4th of July, that you're going to have to skip on all the delicious food. It is memories over macros. We are really trying to, if you have a memory or you're making a memory with family and friends, that is more important than the food. And one meal or one day is not going to drastically change how you're feeling in your body and how your body's responding to all the other good things that you're doing throughout the rest of the week. And we really focus on community. So I personally have a coach in the Faster Way, and she helps guide me. And I send her my macros and I send her my stuff and my sweaty selfies to let her know I've done the workout, I'm eating the food. And then I have, my clients that come to me with all of that too. So it is not just you reach a certain level and you're okay, you're on your own. There are building blocks upon building blocks upon building blocks in the Faster Way to help you stay accountable, to help you feel great. We have community events like in August, we're coming to Nashville for Leg Day. And we also have just community Facebook groups. We have groups that meet outside of Facebook in their local towns and communities to celebrate each other, do Leg Day together, or whatever that may be. I've been to a couple of those. They are super fun and encouraging. So you get a whole host of community with this. You're not left out on your own. You're not trying to figure out the meal plans by yourself, and you may not want to follow the meal plans exactly, and that's okay. You take them as a guide to get an idea of what you want to eat, what you feel like you can eat, and you'd be surprised at how much food you actually can eat and still lose weight. I have so many clients that come to me and say, this is the most food I've ever eaten. And that's great. If you're eating the right things and the right nutrients, then you don't have to really worry about how much you're eating. And then again, those random days that you're going to celebrate a birthday or a holiday, you can enjoy that day and not stress about the food and knowing that you're going to feel yucky the next day or a couple days later, or I really wish I wouldn't have that. Enjoy it. Take your time, have those memories. We're not making memories every day. We're not making memories with every meal. But when those memories come along, enjoy them, because if you stress about that, that's going to up that cortisol level, and that doesn't help you at all. Focusing on whole food nutrition. If it came from the ground or it had a mama, it's good to eat. No food is inherently bad, just some things are better than others and more nutrient dense than others. We also do intermittent fasting, and that looks different for everybody. That may not be a 16-8 where you're fasting for 16 hours and you're eating for 8. It may be a 12-12 or a 14-10. You figure out what works best for you, and your coach, like me, will help you get to those goals and reach them in any of the intermittent fasting. everybody fasts at some point because we have to sleep. So it's just up to you on how much that fasting is. And then our macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbs. They're the only three things on that nutrition label that are going to give you any calories. Making sure we're getting in enough of each and we're not overdoing carbs and underdoing protein, because it's not about calories in and calories out. 100 calories of broccoli looks a whole lot different than 100 calories of Oreo cookies. I would rather have the Oreo cookies than the broccoli, but I know I need the broccoli to optimize my health and feel the best that I can be. And then I have those Oreos on occasion, like after a good leg day when we have a treat. And then strategic workouts, making sure that on low carb days, we're not doing heavy lifting, and we even sometimes have a low macro day for active recovery when you're just doing some yoga or stretching. We're not really doing anything super heavy or intense, so you can cut back on the calories just a smidge. But sometimes that's not for you, and you just want to eat all the foods all the time, which is what I do most of the time. I love food, and I can talk food and nutrition all the time. It's the most tiring part, because it is the thing that you have to think about day in and day out, no matter where you're at or what you're doing. Going out to lunch with friends or going home to cook dinner for the kids, you're constantly thinking about food. So we get decision fatigue, and we don't want to think about food anymore. And we just want to grab that quick burger from McDonald's or the quick food from wherever your favorite quick food place is, or just throwing in an oven-ready pizza or something. But if you have the plan and you get the plan started, it is so easy to stay on track. And I already have my dinner out and prepped at home tonight, so I know exactly what I'm eating. I've already put it into my calorie counter, my macro counter, and I'm good to go. I even know that I have a few more carbs and fats that I can eat, so I very well might have some roasted potatoes with dinner tonight as well, because I know I can afford that in my macros. And it's taking all of those things and putting them together, and that's what the Faster Way does. So you don't have to worry about decision fatigue. We have all of it planned out for you, all the workouts, and you can mix and match and do different things on different days. You don't have to stay with what they have. They give you all of it and say, here's your list, here's what you can do, and try your best. And everybody, there's modifications, there's more intense versions. So wherever you're at on your journey, there's not I can't do that. It's just finding which modification works for you, which also helps as a coach, because I have clients that, because of a broken foot or something, they have to really modify. And so we sit down and we talk about those modifications, and they come to me with their questions, and I show them how to make something work what's best for them, which is a great thing about having a coach at your beck and call, that I just answer those questions all the time. And then, this isn't a diet. This is about changing lifestyles for the long haul. A lot of the things like the keto diets, even things with the Ozempic shots and everything, once you come off that, you gain it all back. This Faster Way is to set up your lifestyle changes so it's easier to maintain it for the long haul. And if you go off track for a little while, you're not going to drastically upset your metabolism or even your hormone levels, that you can get back on track really easy. I think that's it. I was like, that's the conversations I have almost every day with people. Yeah, I think that's all I even had. And right there, as it pulls up, is roasted potatoes on my app. Must have known I was. I look at the meal plans and I try to follow them. It very well could. That's probably what's for dinner tonight, which is what made me think like, ooh, roasted potatoes sound really good tonight. So, yeah, I think that's it.
You did it.
I did it.
Yay.
Yay.